Yo, 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 what is good, guys? It is your boy, Scumpy, bringing you another Modern Warfare 3 gameplay video on the map Downturn. As you can see, I'm using the UMP with the digital camo and specialist perks on the right-hand side there. And today, I wanted to talk about something very significant that happened in my life within the past, and that guy took so many shots to kill, but something very significant in my life that happened in the past couple of weeks. It was actually filmed a month ago, and if you're on my Twitter and you follow me on Twitter, you probably have a general idea of what I'm talking about, and that is that I was on the news. So I was on the local news. I'm not sure how far it stretches out, but it's a good chunk of central Pennsylvania that it reaches. I'm not really, accustomed to knowing how long or how far, news districts or their zones cover for their news. But I was on the news. What they did was they came in, they filmed me at the gym because, people usually think of a professional gamer as somebody that's out of shape, not fit, doesn't do anything to work on their body, doesn't keep their body in shape, and all that bad stuff. So what they did, they came to the gym, they filmed me there, and actually it was awesome because I was at the gym and one of my friends was driving by and he's like, Scumpy! Because some of my friends call me by Scumpy. Just because, I don't know, it's some of them do. And he calls me Scumpy, and then he comes over, and he's like, dude, I saw the ABC 27 news here. Like, are you getting filmed? And I was like, yeah, we're doing a bit right now, but you got to keep it on the DL. Like, I wasn't supposed to tell that many people. So he comes in, and he's actually going to D1 for football. He's a linebacker and a fullback, and he's really good. And he comes in, he's watching them film me, and I did a couple of workouts. I think in the video they show me doing the circle pull-ups, which is like you pull yourself up into a circle while you're pulling yourself up. I don't know, it's hard to explain. And then incline dumbbell press, and I'll leave the link to the video in the description below if you want to go check it out and see what it actually came out to look like. But I just wanted to give you guys a couple of informational things that happened while they were filming it, because not a lot of people get the opportunity to be on the news, and I'm very blessed and very honored to have been able to get on the news. Not even really good football players, really good athletes get on the news, but you have to be the top notch. You have to make an amazing play during a game, and then you might get in the sports section of the news for Friday Night Football. But other than that, you don't really see too many high school kids in the news. But then again, I barely watch the news. I mean, what am I gonna say? I'm a professional video game player. I don't tune into the news. I just sit here and play the damn game and enjoy myself. But yeah, so then they came back to my house. After we went to the gym, they came back to my house, and I didn't get to shower. They were like, "We gotta do this. We gotta bang this out." And so they sat me down to do a couple interview questions, and the interviewer's name was Greg Mace. He's a very renowned news analyst or interviewer for the news station that they were interviewing me for. And he sat me down and he went over a bunch of questions, probably I would say a little less than 10, maybe 7 or 8 questions. And he asked my mom a couple of questions, and we went from there. And he said after the interview was over that I was the best interview that he'd ever done for a teenager in the past, I don't remember, 30 to 50 years of him working the job. And that was insane coming from him. He's done so many different interviews for everyone, just people ranging from all sorts of different age ranges. He's just done so many interviews over his career lifetime, and he said that I was the best interview. How crazy is that? And I wanna sort of give credit to YouTube for that, because YouTube is such a good way for me to practice public speaking and talking in front of an audience. I obviously know that you guys can't see me, or I'm not in the middle of a classroom giving a speech or anything, but still I'm up here, I'm talking to a computer screen, but at the same time I'm practicing my public speaking skills. I'm practicing using different vocabulary and expanding my vocabulary. Sometimes you're just talking and you just remember certain words that you wouldn't remember if you were just sitting around. So I sort of feel like this is like reading a book, except not as much, because obviously whenever you're reading a book, you're learning a bunch of new words if you look them up. If you just scan over them and then you're like, oh, that word, I don't know what the hell it is, I'm just gonna skip over it, and then you don't really understand it. But so now the news, it was on last night, It was on, I think, 2 or 3 times. It was on at around 6, and that's when I got home from the gym. I get home from the gym at around 6 o'clock. It was on at 6. It was aired again at 7, I believe, and it might have been aired again at 11. I'm not sure. But it was aired 2 to 3 times, which is, like, insane because, you know, for the news, usually interviews don't take up a huge chunk of the news because they want to get all the very important stuff out. They don't want to, you know, have their viewers sitting here talking you know, talking to a teenager kid about his video games. Obviously, it's intriguing to some people, but to other people, they're like, I don't want my kids to see this. Like, I don't want my kids to get addicted to video games and think that they can have ambitions to become this next, you know, video game star, which was what they had in quotation marks under my name. It was like Seth Abner, and then under that was video game star, which was pretty funny to me because, you know, I mean, I'm good at video games, but like video game star, like, I don't know. I don't think that the news station really understands the full, you know, like the full, like, I don't even know, the full story behind it. It's not like I'm super duper famous and like people come up to me all the time just when I'm walking out in the blue and they just come up to me and they're like, hey, can I have your autograph? Like, obviously, that kind of stuff happens whenever I travel to an MLG event or like a little event, like a local event. Some kids come up to me, you know, ask for my autograph, ask for my pictures. Whenever I go to EGLs, sometimes they come up. It's a lot more EGLs because the European fans don't really get to see us as much because obviously the only time the American teams have really went over to Europe was during Mw3 because MLG didn't pick it up and it didn't really have that much of a support in the North American region, but I think Black Ops 2 definitely will come through. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys, you know, let you guys know I was on the news. I'll leave a link in the description of the mini interview. It's pretty bad quality, but it'll have to do. I can't really find another video on it, but as always, guys, thank you for watching. I finished 44-3 in this match, as you can see right there. Thank you for watching. Follow me on Twitter. Take it easy. I love you guys. Peace.